All right, I'm going to share this real quick. All right, this is a concept I want to get across. I'm running into a lot of situations where people have they don't understand how this all works, and so they have a limitation because of that lack of understanding. And everybody's like aim, 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 trying to get ready, and they're missing out. They're letting time go by that shouldn't be going by. They're um, they're missing the opportunity, and they can have everything in place, and so when they are ready, they're not wasting any time. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is a it's the hub and spoke model. Okay, this is really good because most of the people that are thinking about this type of strategy are thinking about it for marketing. So you have your website and you have the link to your website on all your social media, on your email, on uh, you everywhere you got a presence, you've got your link to your website. Okay, so everybody's directed to your website. Okay, but there's a hub and spoke strategy for business. I actually work for a company called High Sierra Group that had provided services and products to the produce warehouses. There's more produce warehouses in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas than there is in the whole state of California. And this company was based out of Wisconsin, okay, and the owner was a retired Army Ranger, Colonel, Vietnam vet. Guy did like 8 tours in Vietnam, had a PhD, has his own university, okay, Ceres University, right? So he has he is the CEO for High Sierra Chemicals. So they sell the cleaners, degreasers, and sanitizers to the produce warehouses to keep them clean and to kill the pathogens, E. coli, Ebola, Listeria, Salmonella, all that. All right. Then they have um, Ceres inspection services that contract to Primus. Primus is the governing body for food safety in the United States. Okay. And they have people that are licensed to go and do the inspections or the audits for these produce warehouses and certifying them so they can stay in business and operate. Okay, and then they have um, Ceres um, uh, university that they offer the continuing education for the food safety managers and for in all these different warehouses because they got to keep up with the continuing education, their certification, right? So they have to have somebody on staff that is HACCP certified. Okay, and then they have what's the name of it? They do the environmental testing for the pathogens. Okay, they can set the warehouse with their own little laboratory to do the testing. Okay, and so they can do it right there on the spot. Okay, or they can send it out and get it tested. Okay, whichever they want to do. Or they train them and everything. Okay, and then they have Ceres consulting where they help the warehouses get ready for their audits. Okay, so all of these, so that company was a great model for me to, so I have an understanding. Okay, so this is an example of a possibility. There's uh, a franchise. There's an ex-military, ex-officer that has set up people in franchises. Different. He created one specifically for the middle management, anywhere E4 to E9. Interestingly enough, the 05s and 06s have been taken advantage of, not the former enlisted guys. It's a quick mount heroes initiative. So for a veteran, they will waive the $45,000 franchise fee to start this business. And it's mounting, it's setting up businesses and homes with audiovisual centers, flat screen TVs, like you'll see in every sports bar that you go into. There's all kinds of stuff, right? Yeah. So I figured out if they did 4 installs a day, Monday through Friday, they would average, their net would be like $7,500 a month in income as a sole proprietor. Okay. If they added one other product, a 10 by 20 video wall for concert venues, churches, event centers, where they do wedding receptions and quinceañeras, whatever, right? They would automatically double their income, just one a month doing that. Okay. And then if they had somebody that let's say they had a venue, they could also do boxing matches or MMA, right? Oh, they'd have content, right? And then this guy here that's on the camera, he used to be a producer in Hollywood. And I'm thinking, if they were a partner in a business that did production, that would be another spoke in the wheel, right? And he told me he knew a guy that was a producer, but he didn't make his money in the production. He made most of his money with his energy drink. So he did all kinds of racing videos, motorcycles, cars, dune buggies, boats, skydiving, different videos to market his energy drink. All right. And so you could have all these different businesses that support each other. Okay. So this is a little graphic down here. Together, we're stronger, right? And so that you have business. I grew up on a farm. We didn't have enough acreage to grow our own grain. Farmers have been doing this for years, right? They grow they grow hay, corn, wheat, barley, soybean, whatever, right? And they feed it to so they can feed their animals, right? Their cows, their sheep, their hogs, whatever, right? Right. But they could also sell it to other farmers who don't have the land, right? And so this is not a new strategy. It's been happening for years. Okay. So if you look at this, and these are kind of small, but in the beginning, I show in a spreadsheet somebody starting off at a $12 an hour job, and after like 3 months, picking up a part-time gig, they're making $12 an hour, picking up a part-time gig that makes half again as much, and like every 3 months, they're increasing their revenue on the part-time gig. Okay, within a year, they got like $23,000. That's enough to pick up one of those franchises if you're a veteran. Okay, and then so then now you can get it going, right? And what we have here, you start them off with a convertible term policy, so the premiums are low. All right, they're not very expensive, but once you start having cash flow, and you want to start putting your money, getting it to work for you into a cash value policy, you can immediately convert those policies without having to go back through underwriting. Okay, you just fill out the application online, right? Have your agent help you, and then draw the premium, and now you're cooking with gas. Okay, and you can overfund those policies, right? And then borrow that money to buy into another franchise, right? And it doesn't have to be the same type of franchise, you don't want to be your own competition. You buy into supporting businesses that support your business. They support each other. Okay, you become your own bank, right? And this is a concept that I'm trying to explain because I see there's all kinds of websites out there. They don't give you the answer. There's all kinds of podcasts that they're talking about this kind of strategy. They don't really explain to you how this can work. And I'm trying to get you to understand how these things work. Okay, so you can blow this up and see the numbers. But that bottom is once you get the cash value policy, right, and you borrow the money from them, put the money back, right? You're growing your businesses. It's showing the different businesses you can buy at a certain times, right, and paying off those loans, right, in 9 years, counting from the beginning. All right, you got a $4 million tax advantaged nest egg for your future, right? It doesn't count against your child on the FAFSA form when they're applying for college. They can't get at that money in a lawsuit. O.J. Simpson had all his money in cash value life insurance. So even when the guy he murdered with his wife, right? They're accused of being murdered, right? They couldn't get at his money. Okay, because in divorces you can't get at that money, right? It's safe from lawsuits. Cash value life insurance. Okay, it's safe from taxes and market volatility. These index universal life policies have a floor ranging from 0 to 2%. There's zero is the hero when the market's down 30, right? And so these are, you can borrow from them and pay them back, okay, and not pay taxes on that money. All right. So this is explanation, and the principle for All Into Life. I'm going to send this to him with the PowerPoint, and I know he's going to come up with a great video that I'll have on my website, mybusinessyourbusiness.info, right? So then, and he does the first 2 videos. That's his work. Those graphics, he does a great job. I'm waiting for him, but I've had these questions coming up with people having challenges, because they don't think they're ready yet. But we can start you off at that low level and get you started. All right. Hope this helps. Have a great Friday.